What's up guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're not new here. I'm the romance queen. 90% of the books that I read are romance. I don't know what it is. I'm just a sucker for a good romance love story. So for today's video, I basically made a list of all the romance books that I think that you should be reading in 2023. Books that I think that you have absolutely no regrets reading, and I have a variety of different tropes, if you want to say. There's something here for everyone. Let's go ahead and jump right into it.
I can't believe I believed everything we had when last we young and naive.
So first up we have Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and this one is pretty popular. Basically it is about Alexis and Daniel. So not only do they live in two completely different places, but they also live in totally different worlds. So Alexis is a city girl, and she's an ER doctor who is basically trying to live up to her parents' standards. They're both very well known in the medical field, while Daniel lives in a small town and is very content with his life. By the way, he has a pet goat and a dog who's absolutely infatuated with the woman that he cannot get his mind off of. So they meet when Alexis gets stuck literally in a situation, and he offers her his help. What wasn't supposed to be a one-night stand turned into a one-night stand, and so much more. It is a very cute read. I really felt for Daniel at some points in this book because you could tell like he really did love her, but overall it is definitely worth the read. So this one is an age gap, small town guy, city girl, friends with benefits. So if you like any of those tropes, then you will definitely like this one. So next we have The Goal, and it is about Sabrina and Tucker, who are known on campus for very different reasons. Sabrina for being a no-nonsense, goal type of girl who is mostly focused on her education and getting into law school, and Tucker for being a hockey jock and seems like a player, but deep down he has a really big heart and is a sweetheart. So these two meet and basically break Sabrina's one rule, which is never to hook up with another athlete again. Their one-night stand turns into a bigger commitment than either of them could ever imagine. So this book basically navigates two individuals, one who's trying to figure out what he wants to do after he graduates from college, another one who is trying her hardest to make sure she gets into the prestige law school that she wants to go to. So if you like hockey romance, if you like pregnancy, specifically unplanned pregnancy, or college romance, then this book is definitely for you. I think you'll love it. No regrets. It's a whole series of, I think, mostly hockey players. So if you guys like this one, then you might like the other ones. But I really love this one. I haven't read the other ones. This one just really stuck out to me. So this one is called The Wedding Date by Jasmine Glory, and it has interracial dating. We have a black woman and a white male. So it was supposed to be just a quick wedding date, fake girlfriend type of situation for the weekend, but they ended up just couldn't get enough of each other. So the storyline basically navigates their attraction to each other and them attempting to have a friends with benefits type of situationship. But we always know that it never just ends up being just that. Someone always catches feelings. So it also has other subplots as well that has to do with like their personal issues, their personal relationships, etc., etc. So it's not just a dry romance. It throws in a little bit of other things here and there. So if you like interracial dating, fake dating, friends with benefits that turns into real relationship, then you'll definitely like this one. So next we have The Sweetest Oblivion by Daniel Laurie. I do not have the physical copy of this one. I really should get it. And this is the first book in the main series, so it's a mafia romance / arranged marriage. So the tension between Nicholas and Elena was very evident from the first chapter. If you like mafia romance, arranged marriage, you know, everything that comes with the mafia romance trope, you'll definitely like this one. The next series, I actually read this book in 2014, but it is still very relevant to this day. This book was one of the books that made me really fall in love with reading. Just the way it was written, it was so sweet, it was so cute. It was like the cutest romance book I've ever read. So it's called The Sweetest Addiction by J. Daniels. So it's a series of 3 books. First 2 books are about Reese and Dylan, and I think the last one is about Dylan Dylan's sister, if I'm not mistaken. But it also has a glimpse of Reese and Dylan's story in it as well. So it's rom-com. I believe it was very well paced with a really good plot. So Dylan and Reese basically meets at Dylan's ex-boyfriend's wedding. And of course she was searching for someone to hook up with, and in comes Reese. So it was supposed to be just a one-night stand. Dylan said she was adamant this is gonna be a one-night stand, that's all it's gonna be. We hook up at a wedding, you know, and then you never see that person ever again. Well, she was very wrong. It turned into so much more when Reese realizes that he definitely cannot let this girl get away from him. So she owns a bakery, and I think he had like his own business or something like that. But a lot of this storyline evolved around the bakery. So the story continues in Sweet Possession, and then you also get a glimpse of them in Sweet Oblivion. Like I said, Dylan's sister, and was it her sister or her best friend? I don't know if it was her sister or her best friend, but her story, you kind of get a glimpse of their story in the third book in the series. So the last two books that I'm going to recommend, I actually have not read them, but they are on my TBR, and I think that they'll be like really cute romance rom-com kind of stories. The first one is called Grumpy Romance by Nia Authors. It is billionaire single dad. I think it's like workplace romance, it almost seems like, but it sounds like it's gonna be a really good book. I'm gonna read what the blurb says on Amazon. Okay, so this one is also interracial romance. It's a black woman, white male, and it says Holland Alistair is the gorgeous computer prodigy who took the real estate game by storm. Arrogant, surly, eyes of steel, he meets me on the worst day of my life and gets his fern kicked, literally. I'm sure I'm getting sued. Instead, I get offered a job. Turns out managing Alistair's schedule and temper is actually his revenge. In the office, his eyes follow me everywhere. Is he going to fire me or devour me? I can't decide what I want either. I plan his death on my off time. I kiss him senseless in my dreams. Hate and want, push and pull. All we do is tiptoe around what's between us. Until one chance meeting with his adorable daughter changes everything. Suddenly, I'm seeing the softer side of Alistair, but falling for him wasn't in my job description, and neither is stealing kisses in the office stairwell. Can I keep my head on my shoulders when the office grump sets his side on me? But what will happen if news of our forbidden romance gets out? Okay, so it says, enjoy fierce, determined heroine, flawed alpha heroes with kids, then dive in. Every book in the Billionaire Dad series is black woman, white male, and can be read as a standalone. No cheating, no cliffhangers, and of course a guaranteed happily ever after. But I think it's gonna be super cute, and I'm excited to read it. So this one is also one that I have not read yet, but it is also on my TBR. I bought it already, and I think this one is actually really gonna be pretty good. It's rom-com, office romance, boss employee relationship, situationship, whatever you want to call it. It is by Lucy Score, and we already know Lucy Score has another popular one, so I think this one might be a good one. I just hope it wasn't one that was overhyped. Dominic was staring at me like he couldn't decide whether he loathed me or wanted to French kiss me. I got her fired. Okay, so I'd had a bad day and took it out on a bystander in a pizza shop. But there's nothing demure about Ali Morales. She proves that her first day of her new job, which just so happens to be in my office. And I can't fire her because it's my mother, the CEO, who hired her. Technically, Ali doesn't work for me, and she makes it clear that she doesn't have to listen to me either. Maybe her colorful, annoying, and explicitly alluring personality brightens up the magazine's offices that have felt like prison for the past year. Maybe I like that she argues with me in front of the editorial staff. And maybe my after-hour fantasies are haunted by those brown eyes and that sharp tongue. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be the next Russo man to take advantage of his position. I might be the second generation asshole, but I'm not my father. She's working herself to death at a half a dozen dead-end jobs for some secret reason she doesn't feel like sharing with me. But I'm going to fix it all. Don't accuse me of caring. She's nothing more than a puzzle to be solved. If I can get her to quit working here, I can finally peel away all those layers. Then I can go back to salvaging the family name and forgetting all about the dancing bear slinging brunette. Ali, ha, hold my beard, charming. So it looks like it's like a spicy heroine type of situation, and then grumpy boss. If you like this video, please be sure to check out this video of my favorite romance novels of 2022. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it if you were to subscribe. It just lets me know that you like the content and would like to see more of it. If you don't want to subscribe, that's totally fine. Just go ahead and you can also hit the like button. It helps me out just as much. I hope you all get everything that you've ever dreamed of this year, especially when it comes to love. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.